I believe it's holotropic breathing. Creepy weird.
Really? You're saying
Never
it's
heard of
creepy
it
weird?
before. Yeah, well, yeah, because it's a breathing state that puts you into like um, a feeling of being like on. I mean, some people said it would be like being on acid, or it was basically like to
Is it,
to naturally create this within yourself.
is it like a Kundalini yoga thing?
I don't know. I'm not a yoga dude, but it's
Yeah,
a it's
neither
it,
am I.
it
But
it's a there's a lot of crazy loud music and very fast breathing and breathing a specific way, and you have to push through the barrier, and the barrier will come in about like probably about the 5 or 6 minute marker where you're like, God, I don't think I can keep doing this, right? And
right.
then you get over that hump, and because of what the nitrogen oxygen balance in you changes, you actually end up with your hands all crimped up like this. Like
Really?
it's crazy. Yeah, like you're basically like lying on the ground, right? And time starts to have no meaning. Like I thought that we had done the exercise for 15 minutes. We did it for an hour. So I was doing
So
this
there.
breathing thing for an hour. As soon as we were done, it was literally like this ecstasy feeling, almost like you were having an orgasm.
Huh.
And then I could feel matter. It was the strangest thing, like to be able to squeeze air and be able to feel the air.
That just sounds like you guys are doing a bunch of mushrooms, man. It's like
But this was
it was all
all clean.
breathing.
This was just breathing.
I
Yeah,
want to know.
and
Show me how
and
to do it.
yeah, and then out of that, I got this flood of a download of insights. So I had to
Mm.
take out a book immediately and write all this shit down because like all of a sudden you're just
Yeah.
getting flooded with all these almost like answers to subconscious questions. But it was really interesting to see that even naturally there are ways that you can get answers kind of from the universe. You know what I mean? And get on to like further questions about your purpose and all these things that seem like they're the questions seem that they're so big that you maybe can't get access to what the answers would be, but there are different ways, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I like for myself. In fact, I talked to Michael about it because, you know, I was basically saying, and who Michael is, he's a like top level coach for many things. You know, business. I mean, how does he market himself as a entrepreneurial coach or
Yeah, yeah, that's
so?
mostly what he does.
But a pretty amazing guy, and you know, I don't do any drugs or I drink coffee. And I only made it through half of this thing, and it's like it's feeling awkward. Even though I
Yeah,
drank it all weekend, you know, it's still, like my body it affects me in a lot. It's
yeah,
hitting me hard. But anyway, the thing is that I was basically asking about you know, stuff like psychedelics because I don't do anything, and but I don't think any of those things are bad. It's just those things lead to more crazy shit for me. But I think meditation and self exploration and uh, like opening your mind to those different things are are necessary. You know, I think that if you're going to find stuff out, you know, I think that everybody should involve themselves in a practice of some form of meditation, whether that's taking a walk and just thinking to yourself, but some time to yourself, or going full blown, you know, join the Zen monastery or whatever it is you do. But when you do that, things become clear. And, you know, like you had said, where I've been like completely drug free, uh, you know, nothing in my body to influence. And I've gone into meditative states where I get, like you said, this download, which I wish I could write down. You know, I wish I could document it because it's like 100% truth, and it's like everything makes sense. But for you to bring it back to the logical world is so difficult because that's where your brain is. It's in the logical mind realm, and I'm starting to trying to categorize it. And you know, it's like, okay, well, stop being into these modes of self pity and blame, and the universe is flowing. You got to be in this way, and then here's these specifics and blah blah. And it's just like everything unfolds, and it's hard to come back and bring back to the reality that we all live in. And then there's other forms of meditation which are just plain old simple, you know.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm almost finished. I've been reading Napoleon Hill's book, Think and
Yeah.
Grow Rich, and it's fascinating to see how all those things are very connected too. Like no nobody who ever attains the level of genius, I mean, they're getting a download from an infinite type of information. You
Mm.
know, like when you're having those true like genius moments, that's what you're being able to tap into. You're getting this download from almost an otherworldly source.